Is there something wrong with your Bosch range? Today's repair guide will include error codes, troubleshooting, and other useful tips to get your appliance back on track in no time. For more information, check out our website. There's a link in the description. Enjoy the video. If you're looking for help fixing your Bosch range, look no further. Our comprehensive Bosch range error code guide will explain common issues, provide tips, and show you how to read your model's error codes. Code F31. Problem: oven temperature sensor failure. Fix: unplug the range and check the wire harness connections on the oven temperature sensor and the electronic control board. If the wire harness connections are okay, replace the oven temperature sensor. If the problem persists, replace the electronic control board. Code F33. Problem: warming drawer temperature sensor defective. Fix: unplug the range and check the wire harness connections on the warming drawer temperature sensor and the electronic control board. If the wire harness connections are okay, replace the warming drawer temperature sensor. If the problem persists, replace the electronic control board. Code F41. Problem: the oven door latch won't lock. Fix: unplug the range and examine the oven door latch. Check the wiring connections. If the oven door latch is defective, replace the oven door latch assembly. If the problem persists, replace the electronic control board. Code F45. Problem: oven door latch switch is defective. Fix: the electronic control board detects that a door latch sensor switch is stuck or defective. Unplug the range and check the sensor switches on the oven door latch. If the switches are defective, replace the oven door latch assembly. If the problem persists, replace the electronic control board. Code F111. Problem: over temperature condition in the oven. Fix: the oven temperature is above 585 degrees Fahrenheit in the bake or broil mode. If an oven element is heating constantly, it's likely that a relay on the electronic control board is stuck. Replace the electronic control board if a relay is stuck. Code F113. Problem: over temperature condition in the clean mode. Fix: the oven temperature is above 950 degrees Fahrenheit in the clean mode. If an oven element is heating constantly, it's likely that a relay on the electronic control board is stuck. Replace the electronic control board if a relay is stuck. Code F121. Problem: stuck key on the control panel. Fix: unplug the range and replace the membrane keypad. Code F125. Problem: the cancel key is stuck. Fix: unplug the range and replace the membrane keypad. Code F151. Problem: electronic control board failure or communication error. Fix: unplug the range and check the wire harness connections on the electronic control board. If the wiring connections are okay, then replace the electronic control board. Code F154. Problem: the electronic control board is too hot. Fix: check for obstructions in the vent louvers on the back of the control console. Clean the louvers if dirty. Unplug the range and check for damaged or shorted wiring. If you find no problems with the louvers or wiring, replace the electronic control board. Code F170. Problem: power failure. Fix: press the cancel button to clear the code. If the code reappears, unplug the range and check the power cord and outlet. Replace the power cord if damaged. Range surface element won't turn off. One of the most common kitchen range repair problems we see is surface elements that stay on. First, check for visible damage to the exterior of your range surface element. It's also possible that the element has shorted out, which can be determined by testing for continuity with a multimeter. In either of these cases, the surface element will need to be replaced. If the surface element itself has been ruled out as the cause, it's likely due to a faulty surface element switch. It's possible for the electrical contacts inside of the switch to fuse together, causing the switch to continuously send power to the surface element. When this happens, it needs to be replaced. The range vent hood doesn't vent to the outside. Begin by turning on the vent hood and examining if the fan blade is spinning. If it's not spinning properly or at all, check to see if the fan blade is properly tightened to the motor shaft. Also, look for any obstructions and ensure the filters are clean. Otherwise, the exhaust fan will need to be tested for continuity. If it's receiving power but the blade still isn't turning, that motor will need to be replaced. The stove burner won't light. If the stove burner won't light on your range, It's likely due to at least one of the following parts: spark module, spark ignition switch, or spark electrode. The first pieces to check are the spark electrode and spark module, as these are the parts that ignite the gas and provide power to each burner. When either starts wearing out, the spark it's supposed to create becomes weaker, or even non-existent. If not all of the burners are having trouble lighting, this is an indication of a failing spark ignition switch. Oven not heating or baking evenly. A bad oven igniter is commonly the cause of your oven not heating or baking evenly. The igniter looks something like the one pictured below. Depending on your oven brand, the job of the igniter is to draw electrical current through the safety valve to open it. Then get hot enough to glow and ignite the gas. When the igniter gets weak, it's not able to open the safety valve correctly, causing those temperatures issues. When that's been ruled out, another possibility is a failed bake element. This is especially the case if it shows visible signs of damage. When the bake element is in disrepair, the oven will not bake evenly as the oven is only being heated by the broiler. If you're looking for help fixing your Bosch range, look no further. Our comprehensive Bosch range repair guide will explain common issues, provide tips, and maybe show you how to repair your appliance. For the home, kitchen, and beyond, Bosch manufactures appliances that homeowners have come to trust. Even a trustworthy appliance requires occasional maintenance or repair. However, if you're in need of Bosch appliance repair from experienced professionals, your local appliance helper can help. Bosch oven is not self-cleaning. Door lock motor and switch assembly. During the oven's self-cleaning cycle, the door lock switch activates the door lock motor to prevent the oven door from being opened. If the door lock motor and switch assembly is defective, the oven door will not unlock once the self-cleaning cycle is complete. On most ovens, you can open the oven door by removing certain screws or panels. Check your owner's manual for further instructions. Bosch oven won't turn on. Bake element. When the bake element is heating properly, it glows red hot. If the element does not glow red, this indicates that the element is not heating. Often, if the heating element has burned out, it will be visibly damaged. Inspect the heating element for holes or blisters. To determine if the bake element has burned out, use a multimeter to test the element for continuity. If the bake element does not have continuity, replace it. The Bosch oven light is out. Light assembly. If the oven light is out, the entire light assembly may need to be replaced. Often the light assembly components are not sold separately. Bosch oven temperature is not accurate. Bake element. When the bake element is heating properly, it glows red hot. If the element does not glow red, this indicates that the element is not heating. Often, if the heating element has burned out, it will be visibly damaged. Inspect the heating element for holes or blisters. To determine if the bake element has burned out, use a multimeter to test the element for continuity. If the bake element does not have continuity, replace it. Bosch stove burner won't light. Spark module. The spark modules provide power to each surface burner spark electrode. If the burner produces a weak spark, or if the burner sparks intermittently, the spark module might be defective. Before replacing the spark module, first check the spark electrode and the spark wire. If the spark electrode and spark wire are not at fault, the spark module is likely defective. If the spark module is defective, replace it. Bosch stove heating element not working. Surface element board. The surface element board has relays that regulate the power supply to the burners. If one or more of the relays fails, the surface element won't work. If two or more burners fail at the same time, this indicates that the surface element board is likely at fault. If only one surface element won't work, use a multimeter to test the element for continuity. If the surface element has continuity, the surface element board might be defective. Bosch oven broiler not working. Broil element. The broiler element may have burned out. When the broil element is heating properly, it glows red hot. If the element does not glow red, this indicates that the element is not heating. Often, if the element has burned out, it will be visibly damaged. Inspect the broil element for holes or blisters. To determine if the broil element has burned out, use a multimeter to test the element for continuity. If the broil element does not have continuity, replace it. Bosch oven doesn't bake evenly. Bake element. If the bake element is burned out, the oven will only be heated by the broil element. This will cause the oven to heat unevenly. When the bake element is heating properly, it glows red hot. If the element does not glow red, this indicates that the element is not heating. Often, if the element has burned out, it will be visibly damaged. Inspect the bake element for holes or blisters. To determine if the bake element has burned out, use a multimeter to test the element for continuity. If the bake element does not have continuity, replace it. Bosch oven, not heating. Igniter. The igniter is the most commonly defective part for an oven. Not heating. The igniter has two main functions. First, the igniter draws electrical current through the oven safety valve to open it. Second, the igniter gets hot enough to glow and ignite the gas in the oven burner. If the igniter gets weak, it will fail to open the safety valve correctly. If the valve does not open, the oven will not heat. To determine if the igniter is defective, observe the igniter when the oven is on. If the igniter glows for more than 90 seconds without igniting the gas flame, this indicates that the igniter is too weak to open the valve. If the igniter is weak, replace it. If the igniter does not glow at all, use a multimeter to test the igniter for continuity. If the igniter does not have continuity, replace it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And stay tuned for more repair guides.